Hey everyone, this podcast is part of Story Mode, the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed. You can support us and gain access to other great exclusive podcasts like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman by heading over to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed, which is spelled like it sounds.
Hypecast mit Tom Reimann und David Bell.
Hello everyone.
Hi!
Welcome to another episode of Hypecast!
Hypecast!
Oh man, the show where we get hyped about stuff and or things. I'm your co-host, Tom Ryman.
I'm your other co-host, David Bell. That's me. Who,
We have a third person. A third voice will now appear.
I'll
Who's our
never
guest?
tell. No, it's me, Katie Goldin. You know,
Hi.
Yeah,
You don't
you.
have to identify yourself.
I mean, yeah,
if
you can
don't
just be
want to.
anonymous.
it's me, Anonymous.
Yes. Welcome, Anonymous.
Thank you.
How have you been?
Great. Yeah, sure. We'll go with great. We'll say it's all good.
Look, how was your day? How was the day?
The day was good. I have my podcast about animals I did a bunch of research on animals. My
Ooh.
dog went under the couch because she's afraid of the air conditioner, and every time I sat on the couch, she'd growl at me. So that's sort of fun. Sort of a fun situation.
You got a real broken one.
Yeah. I watered my fern. Felt good about
Cool.
that.
How's the fern doing? How is it? Does it have a name?
Fern.
Oh, okay.
It's
Solid
healthy
name for
and
a fern.
vibrant. Yeah. I'm getting a new trash can tomorrow. So that's
Wow.
yeah.
What's the trash can's name?
Fern.
Also fern.
Ah,
Yeah, I mean,
that
it
checks
eliminates confusion.
It does.
Yeah. I have a chia pet that I haven't started yet. It's a lot of commitment.
What's
time commitment.
what's its bone structure? Like what's its terracotta form?
It is Groot.
Oh, that's nice.
It's a Groot chia pet I got from my, I think my niece and nephew. I don't think my sister picked it out. And I need to, you got to like soak it in water.
Yeah.
It's a
it's
whole
a
ass
lot of
thing,
work.
yeah.
Dave.
Yeah.
You gotta moisten
seems
it up.
like a lot of work. So I'm a little nervous about it, but I'll get started on
And then
it
you
soon enough.
put the seeds on its head, or wherever you want there to be hair growing.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah. Can I just smear the seeds on the wall?
They're your seeds, man.
Yeah.
Will they
We're not
grow?
going to tell you what to do with your seeds. Is your wall porous enough?
I don't know.
Is your wall made out of terracotta?
Does it have to be made out of terracotta?
Punch
I
a bunch
mean-
of holes in it first.
Like, I don't know.
Okay.
I think chia seeds, you as long as your wall is not too smooth, it's got to have a bit of a grit to it.
Okay.
And I think it could.
All right. I just got to find my grittiest wall.
Yeah.
And,
Whichever one of your walls is smoking a cigarette, there's your grittiest one.
and then I'm going to smear it. I'm going to smear it with my
Throw
seed.
seeds on it, yeah.
Yeah.
Rub my seed all over it.
Oh, yeah.
And then you water it.
And then you water it.
With
All right.
fluids. Yeah.
I feel like we got a lot accomplished already.
We did.
Yeah, I mean, we could probably end the episode right
I think
here.
we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been real.
Yeah, there's nothing else to update anyone on.
Yeah. I don't have anything else to say.
Okay. Well, let's we got trailers.
Yeah.
Typically we watch trailers on this
Yeah, that's
podcast
true.
and we comment on them, but we also have a bunch of producers through our Patreon, and we gotta call them out. It's like a reverse shaming, right?
Right.
And
No,
we
I
got
think it's just
we got
a
some new
shaming
ones.
in this context.
Sure. Sure. We got a couple new ones. This one gave us a choice between two names. The names that we have to choose between is the Kool-Aid Man is a proud communist.
That's pretty strong.
Which, yeah, or Ra's al Ghul's manager at Orange Julius.
Equally strong.
I'm kind of into the Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah. I would say Kool-Aid Man.
Tom, do you have a thought? These are both very strong.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Ra's al Ghul's manager at Orange Julius is a Tom and Jeff Watch Batman reference.
Sure.
But I think, you know what? I don't want to be
combine them? Could we combine them? Like the Kool-Aid Man.
The Kool-Aid
is a
Man
proud
could be his manager
because of Ra's al Ghul's manager at Orange Julius, who is a total dick.
Right.
Down with Orange Julius.
I mean, I don't see why we can't just make it. Yeah, just
what if we
like
just
just
did? What
a
if we
long
just did?
Sentence.
Yeah, Ra's al Ghul's manager at Orange Julius, comma the Kool-Aid Man, comma is a proud communist.
Yeah,
That's technically not one of the choices they gave us. Necessarily,
no, they never told us to combine the two. And I don't want to. I don't want to do it.
Okay, well, let's not do it. Let's just
So
do.
many
I don't want to be the
words.
lone voice of dissent. So let's just do the Kool-Aid Man.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you to the Kool-Aid Man is a proud communist. Also, thank you. I haven't confirmed this name, but I assume this is the name they want to go with, which is thank you to Oh Hey. What are you doing here? Wait. No. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I hope that was the name they wanted, and not just like what they were typing out as it happened.
Make them read longer and longer sentences until all of the podcast is just you reading names.
It's like I don't know what percentage names are now. This is like Namecast, which is fine.
That's why I usually try to get us through them pretty quickly, but we have,
and I like to savor them.
Yeah, you really do. You like to fucking live in these names
in
for a minute.
Yeah. Okay. Also, thank you to E.T. the extravagant terrestrial. That's always going to trip me up every time.
Yeah.
I just want to say testicle.
Yeah, just change it to testicle.
No, I like a terrestrial.
Well,
It's still
It's like a testicle on the ground.
Yeah. It's still Stefan's birthday week, apparently.
God
happy
damn.
birthday, Stefan. Christy says, thanks for being her soup mate. I don't know how long Christy is choosing this tier, but like we do multiple, Hypecasts a month. So if they don't change the name, then, I mean, Stefan is going to
It's just going to be
enjoying
Stefan's
his
birthday
for
forever.
years to come. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, thank you to Cody Johnston's time machine noise. Classic. It's in all of our heads right now.
it's not leaving. It's not going anywhere, even when
It's
it's
not going
inconvenient.
Yeah. Pete Vorpagel. Thank you, Pete. Thank you to Glitterous. Thanks for having Jason Pargin on. Here's $25.
Solid.
Yeah, Tom, you take over.
All right, thanks to the Midnight Patron. What patron at midnight?
Thank you.
Thank you to Exploding Runes.
That's
Thank
Thank you to Andrew Howe.
Thank you.
Thank you to Vincent with a Y.
Thanks.
Thank you, Vincent.
With a Y.
Thanks.
THYNX.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks to Rev MD.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Reverend.
Katie, why don't you take the wheel?
Dracula, the bus-driving vampire.
Nailed it.
Thank you. John Muniz.
Woo!
Thank you, John.
Captain Toenail.
Woo!
We salute you, Captain.
Thank you.
Woof. Ooh.
Oh man, let's get into
Did it.
trailers.
All right. Ratched. Ratched.
What did you call me?
You just lurched so. You just like dropped that in there, just like a fucking wet turd.
Yeah.
It's like no introduction, just Ratched.
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 Yeah.
It's this is the trailer for the thing. The
It's
Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah, it's
I think it's a good time for demonizing nurses.
Yeah.
A great time to really stick it to those nurses.
This is Ryan Murphy's prequel series. It's coming to Netflix about Nurse Ratched, the character from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, who apparently is a deranged serial killer, and I just didn't realize it from watching the original film.
Yes, I haven't seen the original film in a while.
She's not like this.
Yeah, I don't... This seems like they should have just made a show about it, like an asylum.
And have it not related to this character at all.
Like, the visuals look fun. I'm a little exhausted by this.
It's got the familiar kind of Ryan Murphy sheen to it. Everything looks real slick and shiny.
Yeah.
It's very Pinterest kitchen-y.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't know. I think that there's a lot of stuff that you can digest about the history of psychiatry in the United States and the world, and just the interesting thing. Like, obviously, the whole lobotomy movement was really very disturbing, very messed up, yes. Something based on basically not science, really. Just, hey, let's see. We think this works, so we'll stick an ice pick in your son's eyeball and, ruin his life.
And then that quiets him. and then we've solved it.
I mean, it was heinous. And as were a lot of things in the history of psychiatry. But I don't know if this is going to be anything other than la, 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 creepy nurse, la, la, la.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, is that I'm not sure if this is going to matter.
Right.
Because, like, there was a time where we had these institutions that were horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's something to talk about.
Yeah.
Definitely this era where extreme treatments like shock therapy, which, still happens.
I mean, it's something. Right. It's something where, like,
it's not like.
No, it's not like this, but
sort of like not. I think. Yeah, I would love to see a movie that really delves into the history of psychiatry, because, it wasn't all monster nurses, but it was definitely, and also the people most responsible for carrying out the monstrosities were not just nurses. That's kind of there's something a little bit off-putting about that whole trope in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It's a little bit, I don't know.
Why is the nurse in charge of that ward?
I don't know.
It should be a doctor.
Watch this show to find out.
But yeah, most, a lot of lobotomies, I think the guy who, I forget his name, but one of the guys that was the main forces behind it would just do it in his office.
He had a truck. Yeah. He had a lobotomy mobile, and he would do all this showcasing stuff where he would demonstrate in front of people, just with 2 ice picks in hand, and do the he would
go
through both eyes at once, or do 2 lobotomies at once, and it's just
he'd razzle dazzle people and with his lobotomies.
And he would kill people by doing that. With these flourishes, he would do lobotomies in front of audiences, and sometimes slipped and the ice pick just sinks into the brain and kills a person. It was.
They should make a movie about that guy.
Horrible. Yep. He wasn't. I don't even think he was He was definitely not a brain surgeon. He was just some guy who's hey, I think I can just do this. I mean, he may have been a doctor, but he was definitely not someone who should have done that. And it was really just a way for society to be we have these neurodivergent people. We don't really want to deal with them. We don't see them as humans. So if you have anxiety disorders, if you have a learning disorder, if you have schizophrenia, we'll just, if it makes you quiet, and even if it ruins your life and basically destroys your personality, we'll do it. We'll just do that. Yeah. And I'd love to see...
Solves our problem.
Yeah, and I'd love to see a movie that kind of delves into that, and this sort of... what's the word? The sort of history of ableism against people with mental illness through sort of the lens of a horror movie that I think would be really interesting. But somehow I don't get that feeling from this trailer, and maybe I'm wrong, but
this feels like very like a haunted house. This feels like it's the hot topic.
Spooky nurses.
It's the low-hanging fruit.
It's time for your medicine.
At least that's how the trailer comes across.
It's the most confounding thing about this trailer to me, other than the things we've already discussed, is that this has nothing to do with the character from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Right.
Like, this trailer is treating her like she's Hannibal.
Yes, it reminded me of like that, or the Bates Motel.
Right, or Bates Motel, where it's like, see the origin of this monster. So, well, no, and if you watch the movie, she's just kind of a bitch. Like, she's not like a like.
Isn't that that's the point of her character, right? Is she's not
evil, right? It's I'm just doing my job. I'm just quieting these neurodivergent people.
She's kind of undermines.
Yeah, she's just kind of. I mean, she's just a cruel person that lords over this asylum. She's not a maniac. Like, she's not a murderer.
The point is, she's not exceptional.
Right.
No, exactly.
She's not any less or more evil than the other people doing this stuff. Like,
it's this trailer is depicting her like she's like this simmering powder keg of insanity that's about to explode, like a Bates Motel or like a Hannibal.
Right. It's like, back then our asylums were great. It's just this one bad apple.
Right.
This nurse.
But she's
extremely, the problem.
She's very officious. She's very like it's just business as usual, and she just the whole point of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is she starts getting mad because McMurphy is riling up the patients and upsetting her order. But she's not like boiling people to death or like contemplating murdering the other nurses. It's like not like that at all.
It really misses the point of like the creepiness of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and also the whole history of lobotomies and other psychiatric quote treatment that was just a method of making people less visible who were a quote problem. It's the passivity of it, the sort of just casualness of the cruelty that I think is creepy, not like nurse running down the hallway with a syringe gonna get you. Oh, that's fun.
It also keeps,
that's
it
fun,
shows like
it
shows like horror versions of these procedures, and it's like, you don't need to show the procedures going wrong.
Yeah.
They were horrifying when they went quote unquote right.
Right.
Like, that's the problem.
And
it's not like, oh, what if she boiled people alive with this therapy? It's like, no,
the idea of it is terrible
bad
enough. But like, that's another thing that, since both of you guys have mentioned what would be creepier and like the horror version of it, like that's another sticking point for me about this trailer, is that One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is not creepy, and it's not a horror movie. Like, you're getting upset at the injustice of it. It's not like...
That's also very confusing about this.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck this is.
I don't know why it's a horror version of a non-horror character who's already a villain.
Yeah.
Like, if it was... Like, that's the thing. If it was like a reimagining... Like, they've done these before, where it's like a reimagining of something like, if it's like, Peter Pan, but it's a horror movie. It's like, oh, I get the twist, I don't like it, but like, I get that twist, you're reimagining it as a horror movie.
Right, like,
but this is
American
like, what if we
McGee's
reimagine
Alice.
this villain as a different type of villain?
Right.
It's like, I guess.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Would prefer if we redo The Music Man and it's just Robert Preston's character killing children with tubas.
Right. I mean, we should definitely do that immediately. I don't understand this. It confuses me.
Yeah.
It looks good.
It's
like, I don't mean like it looks like a good show. It visually looks
right,
good.
Again, very Pinteresty kitchen. I'd love to decorate my kitchen like one of Ratched's torture chambers in this movie. Like, I want that in my kitchen.
Hard same.
Yeah, Sarah Paulson's great, always.
Yeah.
But like, it's just...
Love her hair, too.
This looks exhausting. It looks exhausting.
I'm tired. Like, I like it as like a lookbook for, interior design or costume decoration, but I don't Yeah.
You mean all the blood stuff, right?
No, yeah, definitely the blood
yeah,
stuff.
Absolutely.
But
The boiling
cool.
person.
It's kind of here's the thing. It's like it's not as good as the what's his name? God damn it! You know the guy who does all the twee sort of.
Wes Anderson.
Thank you. I like that. All I had to say is twee.
Twee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's
his designs,
similar color scheme
right.
and stuff.
And sometimes Wes Anderson's movies sort of don't hit the right tone with me, but I can't deny how pretty they are visually. They're really cool visually, and it's almost like it's trying to achieve that sort of like, oh, look at these cool visuals, but then it looks way more exhausting than a Wes Anderson movie, which even the good Wes Anderson movies are still rather exhausting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
And I don't mean that in like a insulting way, but it's sort of like...
But it is an insult.
I mean, I guess in the same way that I find poetry sometimes exhausting, where it's like, you want me to feel
poetry's
this
the
stuff.
worst.
It's not okay. I wouldn't say it's bad. I like poetry, but
It's the
tires
worst.
my little piss brain that doesn't want to think.
Right.
Sorry,
You're making me
little-
do too much.
my little pee pee poo poo brain that just wants to play video games and watch
Yeah, absolutely. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of, exhausting in a good way. You want to get to the next trailer?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of ending things. The Charlie Kaufman movie looks like a Charlie Kaufman
This looks
movie.
Charlie Kaufman as fuck.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm eating right out of his hands.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! I can't wait
so
to watch
excited.
this goddamn movie.
I've got to say, this I liked the trailer. It made me so anxious that the dog kept shaking. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Oh my god, I loved
that was a really
it
good
was
touch.
a great it's a good touch, and it's good. This is not a criticism. It made me so anxious watching this because
it's so
it's
creepy.
sort of like when my dog starts pacing around the room like, are you gonna poop on the floor? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna poop on the floor? But yeah, that was a great technique to, ratchet up. I'm sure that was intentional to make you feel anxious. So yeah, a little bit David Lynch too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very
I
much
love
so, yeah.
fucking David Thewlis and Toni Collette as parents.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I like
they
this.
came-
as
they
Jesse
came-
Plemons' parents.
Just the shot when those two, Thewlis and Toni Collette, come spidering down the staircase. I was like, I am here
good.
for this.
This is the kind of horror. Is it a horror movie? It's scary.
Looks like
I
a
think it's gonna be
psychological
weird.
Yeah, it's a
thriller,
weird-
maybe.
Yeah, I dig this kind of movie because I like things that are unsettling that don't just assault me with jump scares or gooey bodies. I really like that.
Did you guys see what was it, Synecdoche, New York? That's how
No.
you pronounce it, right?
Is that was the one with?
I think Philip Seymour
Yes,
Hoffman.
yes. I think I watched that when I was too young and I got bored.
Yeah, well, it's this. If you look at fucking Charlie Kaufman's history, like he famously wrote Being John Malkovich. Adaptation is a just amazing.
That's the one with all the animals
movie that's
that,
for
like,
nobody.
Is that the one with Natalie Portman and the weird animals?
I don't think so.
Okay.
What's the one with Natalie Portman and the weird animals? Describe it further.
It's the one, I don't know if, actually now I'm questioning whether Natalie Portman was in it, but it's the one where the animal DNA keeps fusing for some reason.
You're thinking of Annihilation.
Yes. Did that have
Yeah.
Natalie Portman in it?
It did.
It did.
Nice.
Yeah. No, this was a while ago. Adaptation is the one where Nicolas Cage plays two characters. He plays his twin.
Oh, right,
and
right.
The
Oh,
twin,
and
the
he's
character's name is Charlie Kaufman.
Right.
He's playing the writer of the movie.
I see. And he's a flower pot, right? I remember that.
Yes, and on the poster.
That's all I got from it as a kid. I was like, oh, this is about a flower pot man.
The premise of adaptation is it's about a writer named Charlie Kaufman who has to adapt a book called The Orchid Thief and ends up writing a movie about himself writing the movie.
Nice.
And you realize that you're watching the movie that in the movie he's writing, and it just keeps getting more confusing from there. And it's a nightmare film. I love it. It's only a film for like screenwriters. or not necessarily, but it's not a movie meant to entertain, and yet like Meryl Streep is in it. It's incredible. And somehow people just kept letting him do this stuff.
Right. We just kept letting Charlie Kaufman make shit.
Yeah, Synecdoche, New York is very similar, where it's like this within this within this within this, and you're like, what the fuck is even happening? I need to rewatch that movie. I think I was pretty high when I first watched it. But yeah, this looks incredibly Charlie Kaufman. And
you thought you were watching a movie? The screen folds up. Yeah. It was a chair.
Yeah. I'm waiting to watch a Charlie Kaufman movie and he bursts out of my TV.
Right.
Yeah. Like The Ring.
Yeah. Or he just appears next to you.
Yeah.
You like reach out and your hand touches a screen. It's like you were the movie the whole time.
You were watching you.
His next movie after that is called Chaos Walking, and has Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley in it. And it's directed by Doug Liman, so Doug Liman directing a Charlie Kaufman movie, I don't think that works. But we'll find out.
What else has Doug Liman directed?
He did one of the Bournes, right, Tom?
Doug Liman? Yeah.
Yeah, he does like action.
Ultimatum.
Yeah, Mr. and
Edge of
Mrs.
Tomorrow.
Smith.
Which Bourne? Which Bourne? The Ultimatum.
The first one.
Probably the first one.
Right.
Oh, it's okay. I don't know what this movie is. It's written by 5 people. One of them is Charlie Kaufman.
I see.
So that's going to be, I don't know what the fuck that's going to be.
Yeah, that's going to be
doesn't
rough.
matter.
More writers, better movie, though. The
Oh,
more
yeah,
writers
always.
you
Always.
stick in a movie. Because
They might have just called Charlie Kaufman, was like, can you write a little bit of this? And he
Yeah.
was like, yeah, fuck it.
I mean, but if you have, like, if one writer can write one script, like 10 writers can write
Right, yeah.
a script
Ultimate
that's
script.
Ultimate
10
script.
times the power of a single script.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
But yeah, this is fucking Charlie Kaufman also directing, which means there was no one. There was no one to hold him back.
There was no one
basically.
to stop him.
Yeah,
And this
Synecdoche is another
this
one
is
he
a
directed.
Netflix movie, right? Too. So it's like,
Yeah.
there's nobody's looking at what he's doing. He's got no oversight here.
He's shoving cocktail weenies down his throat as he's like directing it, and nobody's there to say, I think you've had enough cocktail weenie juice. Don't drink the juice.
More weenies.
Has anybody watched? So he's directed Synecdoche. He directed Anomalisa. I haven't watched that yet.
I've seen parts of it because I used to do some animation. I actually met one of the animation directors of it. But like, it's I haven't watched the whole thing just because it sounded like it would make me sad and hurt my feelings. And I like movies that don't make me sad. No, it looks like a really interesting movie, and it's very beautifully animated.
Yeah, I gotta sit down and watch that fucking movie.
Yeah, stop motion, the best form of animation for the animators and their mental well-being.
It's the Moral Oral people, right? Because he did an episode of Moral Oral.
Oh yeah, maybe.
And I assumed because I know like Dan Harmon's company worked on Anomalisa as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's all wrapped up together.
Yeah.
But this movie looks fucking.
I'm thinking of ending things. Yeah. It's good.
It's giving me vibes of like Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Sorry, Eternal Sunshine of what?
Of the Spotless Mind.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, it's just you can't just like stop in the middle of.
Sure.
You know.
No, that's fair.
How am I
that's
supposed
fair.
to know what you're talking about?
Right.
That's okay.
You got to complete the title, Dave. How dare you?
I'm such why do you guys keep inviting me back on? I'm so mean to you.
Because you're great. It's great.
It's great. It's great.
Nobody, I looked up this film. I'm thinking of ending things. No one has a character name.
Oh.
So
that's perfect.
Yeah. Oh, no, sorry. Jesse Plemons is named Jake. What appears to be the main character, played by Jessie Buckley, is just named Girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then Jake's mom, Jake's dad are
so it's all
the
centered
Tony
around
Collette,
Jake.
David Lewis. Yeah, there's got to be a reason for that.
Yeah.
Well, it's from her point of view, and she's not sure what reality is right now.
Right. I do like her hair. I know that's the second time I've brought this up, but as a redheaded person with curly hair, she does. a good job of it in this movie, and that's very hard to achieve. So
it's a 2 out of 2 so far with hair.
Yeah.
On these trailers. Nice. All right. Should we talk about the next one?
Yes.
I think we should, yeah.
Space
This is
igloos.
HBO Max.
Space igloos in space. It's space
Yeah.
igloos. Igloos in space.
I don't think they're in space.
Igloos
I don't
in
think they're in space, Katie.
If it's on Earth, it's technically in space, Dave. So I'll have you sit down.
All right, fine.
In the future, it's space igloos in the future.
All right. Raised by Wolves. I'm going to watch this.
I mean, I'm
not
into it.
proud of that.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm into it. It's
It looks-
fucking Ridley Scott.
Is it Ridley Scott making it?
He directed at least 2 of the episodes, yeah.
Okay. Whoever's doing the look of this should have done the Aeon Flux movie. Like, this reminds me, like, some of the visuals in this, I was like, this is how you do, like, an Aeon Flux type story. It looks kind of wild.
Yeah.
It looks cool, yeah. It's like a robot android lady is programmed to raise all the children after some sort of apocalypse. It looks like nice and weird and creepy sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah, the showrunner wrote Prisoners.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. The Hugh Jackman, Jake Gyllenhaal movie where there's a prisoner played by Paul Dano.
But you see, Dave, the title is plural because there's multiple
they're all
prisoners.
prisoners.
Yeah.
And Viola Davis, isn't that right? Terrence Howard.
Terrence
God, I
Howard,
want to
yeah.
watch Prisoners.
It's good.
Yeah, this I bet this is going to be a lot of fun. It does look like some weird. It's like real sci-fi bullshit.
Oh, for sure.
You know, it actually does give me a little bit of Horizon Zero Dawn vibes.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
You know, where it's like human society having to
Yeah, they're kind of cavemen.
rekindle themselves after some extinction event, and then they have like access to some technology, but then they're also sort of like restarting with culture or something. A little bit. I mean, not in a bad.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's like a ripoff. I'm saying it's like an interesting theme.
Some of the CGI looks a little rough. That weird creature that was crawling on their tent.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, oh no. But yeah, I love how creative it looks.
Yeah.
Sci-fi needs to be weirder, and this looks weird.
Yeah.
This looks
like they're like
really
inventing their
freaking
own
weird,
look.
yeah.
I'm into it. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it. I'm gonna watch it.
I am all up in this, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking up the character names on this one. Now I'm really into character names.
Okay.
Is one
And I
of
got
them
some really-
Florp?
We
I
don't
hope
we don't
it
really
is.
need to do that.
Well, wait, Katie, what was the
It's in
name?
Florp.
There's one named Fervor.
And
Furfur.
Jerp.
There's one
And
named
Kong.
Tempest. There's one named Hunter.
And Steve.
They all got millennial names. They all got millennial children names.
There's no Gleep Glorps?
There's no Steve.
Campion, Vita,
Queen!
Justina.
Jibbity Joob.
Yeah. No, none of those.
Damn
No
it.
Floob Jube?
Look,
No.
I'm not one to toot my own horn, but I certainly think that I should be hired on just to name sci-fi people.
Yeah.
Because I think all of the names I said were better than whatever bullshit you just said.
Sure. That's fair.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. When is this coming out? Does anybody know? Has anybody looked into this?
Relatively
It says September.
soon. Okay, yeah.
September 3rd, early September. I don't know. This seems like a real good distraction.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like,
I've been needing some fantasy, sci-fi, some content to, be like, well, at least I'm not fighting robots and mecha wolves right now. That's cool.
right. Oh man, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm looking into who's like Ridley Scott directed 2 episodes. Luke Scott, who is he? Yeah, I think he's Ridley Scott's son, right? Luke Scott.
Maybe?
He directed Morgan, and he directed a bunch of like alien shorts.
Yeah, maybe. I never saw Morgan, but...
I never did either. Yeah, he's the son of Ridley Scott. So he just like made it and then he handed it off to his son and he's like, you do the rest.
Aw, that's cute.
I mean, fine.
Yeah.
I'm still watching this.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. It's coming to HBO Max.
Yeah. All right.
All right, let's move on.
The Sleepover is the next trailer. This gave me hardcore 2004 vibes.
Gave me like movie that shortly came out after Spy Kids and tried to kind of huff the farts of Spy Kids. Ride the Spy Kids the Spy Kids tide.
Yeah, this is kids find out their parents are cartoonish spy hero people.
This is some Disney Channel shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it had one joke that made me laugh.
What is that, Dave?
I'm not proud of it, and it wasn't the entire joke.
Just tell us, Dave.
It was part of the joke, I guess.
You're
it's when they drive by a car, and one of them shoots the laser, like spy laser out, and lasers the other car, and the guy driving says something like, "Was that us? Was that us?" And they're all like, "Yeah, it was us. That was us." Like, it's so obviously a laser burn, and he like tries to at first act like, "Oh, that wasn't us." Like it's a regular accident,
right.
And it made me laugh.
Right.
Oh,
guys.
Well, how good? I'm sure you're going to be watching this the instant it drops on Netflix.
This is an uncomfortable thing to learn about you on the podcast.
It made me laugh.
Yeah.
It was the only thing that made me laugh in this, but it was.
This movie looks very, very bad.
It looks like it's for kids.
Yeah, it's
well,
yeah.
Kids are
looks like it's for
stupid kids.
Kids are stupid if they like this movie.
Yeah, your kids are pieces of shit if they like this movie.
That's definitely what I said.
It's for kids that'll grow up to love the Joker movie. No. It's for like shitty kids.
What do you think like the Joker Dave, what do you think the Joker movie would be like in 10 years when these kids are adults or young adults?
Oh, it's going to be some fucking gritty ass version of like Lord Zed from Power Rangers. I don't know.
Do you think it's going to be played by Timothée Chalamet?
Yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
He's going to be all wiry and 40 years old and smoking cigarettes and making his body do weird gross shit.
Do you want to know why I smile? It's because I'm sad. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I don't know. This movie is I literally got like nostalgia watching the trailer for when I worked at a movie theater in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Like I could smell the popcorn of the Cinemark that I worked at looking at this trailer because it seems so fucking dated.
Yeah. Your mom's not like other moms. She's a spy woman.
They should do another Agent Cody Banks with like a reluctant Frankie Muniz.
Right. Like a 34-year-old Frankie Muniz.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys.
I'm like, do it.
I keep trying to get out and they keep pulling me back in.
All of his gadgets are still like kid-based.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's a grown man.
Got like a fart gun.
That's legit. I think that's legitimately a fun idea.
That is kind of a funny idea.
A kid spy who's grown up and he's like he's left the agency, so he has all his kid spy stuff still.
And he's like, but he's fighting actual adult assassins and spies who have real weapons, and all he has is like fart gun and ray that like makes your
watch
underwear
that projects a hologram of himself.
Right.
And
He's like a 12-year-old boy in the hologram.
Right.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's perfect.
One of his pieces. The enemy. One of his pieces of gear is a hall pass that can get him out of any class.
Yeah.
So he can go on a mission. It's like half of this shit I can't use anymore.
It's perfect.
Oh, that's good. That's actually really good.
Yeah, tiny tuxedo they chose to put on.
Someone's gonna listen to this and just like steal that and make that.
Oh yeah. Frankie Muniz is listening right now and just like furiously writing.
I know you
down.
listen to this podcast, Frankie.
Yeah, come on, Frankie.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
step out of the shadows.
It's the mystery team joke, right? So the Donald Glover movie, where it's him and the other DC Pearson and I forget the other guy's name.
Is this a movie that completely passed me by?
It might have been.
Donald
It was
Glover
like in the it was like it was right before Community. And they all play like Encyclopedia Brown type detectives, but now they're like grown up and they're trying to solve a murder.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
It's really funny.
I think
Holy
my exposure
shit.
to Donald Glover's earlier works is the skit where he craps his pants in class, which is a classic.
Sounds like a classic.
It's very good.
Wait, this was a sketch?
Yeah. Look it up.
For who?
Donald Glover.
It was just Donald Glover did a sketch?
I don't know who it was for. Wait,
I'm going to
looking
type
it
in
up.
Donald Glover
Shits
shits pants. Let's everybody Google this together. I see it.
Oh, it was Derek Comedy. That was with Dominic Dierk, Stacey Pearson, and Donald
I'll circle
Glover,
back around to this.
Yeah. It's very
looks
good.
delightful. Yeah. Yeah. I won't watch it right now in real time while we're recording.
That's a shame.
But yeah, The Sleepover. Check it out.
Sure.
Everybody watch The Sleepover. Everybody watch it.
Every time they use a fart gun, you owe us $1 of patron money.
100%.
Don't even need to explain it. We'll know what it's for. It's like, we got another fart dollar.
Fart dollar.
Our fart bucks.
Somehow fart bucks spend better.
Oh, yeah, you can feel the fart when you rub the dollar in your fingers.
Yeah.
Our next trailer is pretty exciting. It's I had to include it even though it's not technically a movie, I guess. World of Tomorrow, Episode 3. The trailer dropped for that. Mm-hmm. If you haven't seen them, are they on the Netflix, The World of Tomorrows?
I think so, yeah.
They're on the internet.
I think so.
You can find them. They're Don Hertzfeld's shorts that he's been doing lately. Don Hertzfeld, for I don't know. People who don't know, fucking just type his name in and watch Rejected.
Yeah.
Watch Billy's Balloon.
Yeah. Billy's Balloon won this award, and I used to take animation classes back in college, and our professor was explaining to us that it was really funny because there were all these very serious, very high quality artistic animations at this animation festival, but they had to give the award to the Billy's Balloon one because she started laughing. She's like, the balloons, they beat up a child.
They're so good. It's so good. The moment that really made it for me is when the kid gets lifted up like the second or third time, and then in the distance you see another child get slowly lifted up and they wave to each other.
Yeah.
I mean, the animation, it's legit really good. Like, I remember I remember watching Rejected for the first time and being blown away, even though it's just like goofy stick figures. It's just the actual animation's incredible.
Yeah, the animation itself is really good, and then it gets like artistic and complex when
like stop motion,
yeah, where it starts like collapsing in on itself. He also did one called Genre that I remember. That's really good, where it's like a Bugs Bunny one where he's fighting the animator. And the animator's writing a bunch of different genres with this, I think, a little bunny. It's so good.
Yeah.
He did a Simpsons intro. Yeah, I feel like people have heard of it. But yeah, World of Tomorrow, there's a few episodes already out.
Yeah.
It's very good.
He's taken his time with these. I remember first one or two episodes hit while we were still at Cracked, so it's been years.
It's been it's been like 5 years. So yeah, I'm excited for this.
Yeah, man.
Our final trailer, I was hoping for something different with this name. This is Biohackers.
What were you hoping for, Dave?
This is like a serious film.
Oh, yeah. Were you hoping for one where there are hackers that like turn people into like squids?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was hoping for like a clock stopper situation.
Because that's also what I hoped for.
Yeah. Like they would hack people.
Right.
Like they'd sneak behind someone and plug into them.
Right.
Without them knowing and hack their bodies.
How are we going to get out of this, buddy? I don't know, man. Let me hack this elephant real quick.
Yeah. This looks like that's exactly what I was expecting, Tom. This looks like a thriller where like it's kind of cool. It's like it's about a woman who's like it reminds me of like, I don't know, The Circle, which isn't a good reference point. Or like, I don't know, Antitrust. Okay, these are all bad ones.
These are all bad points. It's basically
maybe Devs. Devs is a good.
Devs was the one where it hit me more.
Someone breaking into an industry that's apparently like insidious.
Mm-hmm.
But this
you
is
mean
like
sort of like Venom, the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like, I don't know, they're biohacking. I guess.
She gets into this exclusive college or post-grad thing where they're talking about genetic engineering, and like she meets this other dude that's also there running his own projects on the side, and like it seems to indicate that they both might be constructs.
Yes.
That were created by this woman that runs this company.
Yeah.
And then like separated at birth somehow, or not separated at birth. They're like young children, but they seem to have memories of being separated from each other.
Right, or like genetically engineered children.
Yes,
of
yeah,
some
there
kind.
you go.
Yeah.
The
thing about
the
glowing mice thing is real, though. You can make mice glow.
Yeah.
That's old news, so yeah. Pretty dumb scientists in this one.
I mean, if you crack open one of them glow sticks and throw it on a mouse,
there you go.
You got yourself a glowing mouse.
There you go. You feed it.
Yeah, I could do that.
You feed it to a mouse. Don't do that.
I could do that today.
Don't do that. Come on, I was kidding. Stop it. Get that mouse out of your hand. Let it go.
It would be amazing if that's the reveal, is just that they can also glow in the dark.
Yeah, that's it. That's like the whole
that's
thing.
It. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're like, you don't know the dark secret.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would take it.
Oh, no, I wouldn't actually. I don't want to glow in the dark. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. That'd be kind of sweet. If you could,
but it doesn't
like
help
turn it
me
on and
see
off.
in the dark.
I'd like not my whole body to glow in the dark, but maybe just like, I don't know, just like my eyeballs. That'd be fun.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Or like, you know, or just like my fingers, so I can just be like make wiggly fingers at people in the dark, like
E.T. But they never stop glowing. So like, I don't. It doesn't give you unless it's like your body is a flashlight and you can be used to provide light.
Well, some bioluminescence is strong enough that you can like read by it. With some bioluminescent fungus, is quite.
So it'd be the power to read in the dark.
Yeah.
Like on a train.
Reading, baby, it's cool now.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably gonna watch this. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
It's it looks fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sort of my rubric for what movies I want to watch. Is like that's fine, sure.
It looks watchable.
Put it in my eyes. That's fine.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, particularly right now, we're in an especially vulnerable state of just cram this thing into my eye sockets, please.
I'm just filter feeding media right now. I'll sit and passively allow the media to kind of flow through my eye baleen. Yeah.
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 When I was rewatching the Sarah Connor Chronicles, I had to watch them on IMDb, which apparently is a channel.
Yeah, it's a streaming service
and they have
now.
ads, and it was like kind of quaint to like feel my brain like disintegrate watching the same 3 ads over and over again.
It's sort of like a form of visual lobotomy that, you know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it for trailers.
We did it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I don't know. These weren't bad trailers. I don't think this overall. I think we averaged good.
Yeah.
With these trailers.
Could have done with a fart joke in the kids' movie about the spy mom.
Yeah, or at
least
least
in the Ratched one.
least
That's just a
Ratched
fart joke.
One of her torture devices is just a Dutch oven where she farts.
Yeah. It's perfect.
somebody should have gotten kicked in the balls.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, let's we're going to talk about news stories, but first we got some more people to thank. Folks like Wavy Rancheros, thank you very much. Thank you to Dr. Kitty, MD.
Thank you, doctor.
Very good doctor. Very good doctor. Mr. DNA.
Mr. DNA.
Thank you, Mr. DNA.
Thank you.
Thank you to Lauren Gucci. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you to Thank you to Bootler Boodleson. Thank you to Grumblebee. Thank you to Tux. Thank you to Welsowski. Thank you all. You're all aces in my book. Tom, you name some.
Okay.
Now.
Thank you to
arrest me.
Do it. Thank you to Shepard Mulch Diggums. Thanks to
Thank
Norm
you,
from
Shepard.
Cheers.
Thank you, Norm.
Thanks to Davey Francis.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to Space McNulty.
Thank you.
Mick, thank you.
Thank you to Captain Fat Strong.
Thank you, Captain.
Oh, man. Thanks to Hiram.
Thanks.
Thank you to, great, it's that guy.
Mm.
Oh. And Katie, why don't you grab the last couple here?
Thank you to Lef.
Thank you, Lef.
Woo.
Thank you to Bob Grenville.
Woo.
Gee.
Thank you to Nolan Matten.
Thank you, Nolan.
Woo.
And Joshua Graves.
Thank you, Josh.
Normalman Andrew McGuire.
Thank you, Normalman.
Not fooling anyone with that name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Think you can slip that one past us? No.
So we've gotten news of how Mulan will finally be released. It's going to be released on Disney Plus for an extra $30.
Yes.
That's not a one-time rental. You get it after that. You can watch it multiple times.
Wait. Just for
Mulan. So you have to have Disney Plus, and then you have to pay them an extra $30 to watch Mulan.
who is that charge I see on my credit card? Oh, jeez.
Hamburgers.
That's a bit of musical comedy that I do.
Are people going to watch this, do you think?
For 30 dang bucks? Yeah, probably.
I mean, probably,
For
yeah.
30 dang bucks?
Probably plenty
Not
of people
me,
are going
though.
to watch it, yeah.
Yeah. Me and Tom probably will for the podcast,
Yeah.
but whether or not I would I still have Disney Plus. I shouldn't. I've said this before. I rarely watch anything on it. You know, you watch all the Simpsons
Right.
and then you're like, did that, and I'm sure I'll do it again. But other than that, I don't know, man.
Yeah, there's not really much. That's the strategy of this, and I'm not sure that you do get it once. Like it's saying here in the article that it's a rental.
I had heard somewhere that they had corrected that or something like that.
They might have.
I think they might still be figuring it out.
That is still bananas, though. $30.
There's rumors that Black Widow would be next.
$30 though to buy an at-home movie. I just, I don't know. Disney.
I get it because they spent a lot of money on it.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's gone a long way, and they're like, look, we need to just put this out in theaters. We can't. So give us $30. Just give us $30.
And that's the price of 2 movie tickets.
Right.
Yeah, clearly someone did the math.
Right.
From Disney, and But I most of the reactions I've seen are people going, that's too much. Because I think it is for a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, especially because you're already paying for the Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Because, it makes sense to me if it was $30 to just buy. You're not subscribed to Disney Plus, but you just want to buy it. But the fact, because Disney Plus isn't, it's not peanuts, right? It's how much a month is it?
$6.99.
It's the cheapest, I feel like.
It's not so bad.
It'll go up.
But
so the Plus stood for just $30.
Right.
In this case.
Right.
Disney Plus
nice,
$30.
Nice zinger.
Thank you.
Stupid name, you guys. Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's really dumb, and it. I tell you, it wreaks havoc on SEO.
Yeah.
Because do we type the plus symbol or do we type the word plus?
And if you're Disney Plus, we don't know. Is it Disney Plus? We don't know.
Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
There's a lot that needs to be broken down.
If you haven't heard of Disney, if you're one of those people.
I know part of the strategy here is to drive more subscribers because they're trying to get their subscriber numbers up, even though their subscriber numbers are really, they have something I think 60 million. And that's in
well, their problem
7
is
months
what I
since
stated.
They launched, 8 months since
they were
launched,
here's the Mandalorian,
Right.
and then they were like,
now,
all right,
now we don't have anything.
We have nothing
Yeah,
else.
I got the trial subscription, watched some of that Baby Yoders, and then stopped. I didn't even watch all of the Baby Yoders. I was just now I get it. Now I get who he is. He's a little baby Yoda. I understand now. And then I turned it off and I walked away.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And I've been walking ever since.
Yeah.
I've never turned back.
I don't know where I am.
I don't know where I am. I've lost touch with all my loved ones.
Yeah, I don't know. I was excited for Mulan back when, the world wasn't, falling apart and I could see it in a theater.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I'm going to have to pay $30 for this.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bummer. But I don't know. What I get it. I get it. I don't know if it'll pay out for them. I don't know if it'll work out.
Well, I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I think part of I don't know. I think part of it has been kind of set by like how relatively low it costs to rent a new movie on streaming. Usually it's like between like $6 and $9 to rent a new movie.
Right.
And fucking nobody in the world sells movie tickets for that low for new movies. So I think that's part of the obviously that's part of the reason why
the
people
problem is that
so strongly to it.
Yeah, we talked about this. The problem is they didn't have a contingency for when the world would turn its back on theaters, because their whole system is based off of releasing it in theaters. People pay a lot of money. It's a big event,
right?
And then later we put it on rental, and then it can cost a few bucks, whatever,
right?
And then the rental system fell apart. And they had to scramble and figure that out, and now the theater system is falling apart, and so they don't know what to do, because they're like, look, we wanted this to be in theaters. We knew how much money we'd make that way.
I think
now we don't know how much money we're gonna make.
I think what you need to do is, people don't want to rent a movie at home for $30, but if you sweeten the deal, like, this movie doesn't have
pizza.
This movie doesn't have Mushu in it, I don't think, and some people are upset. So you get Mushu, you get like the Mushu DLC with Mushu kind of like Mystery Science Theater style, sit in front of the movie, making comments, making his sort of like witticisms that we all know and love.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, speaking of DLC, like we have a weird skewed mindset of what things cost,
what things are worth. Yeah,
you'd pay $30 for like an indie video game that was a couple hours long, right? Like, that's the weirdness about it, is like it's we don't understand anymore. And I don't mean that as like we're ignorant. I just mean like we just don't. Nobody seems to know. The industries are all madness. So fucked if I know.
Yeah.
I like the idea of offering DLC for movies.
Sure.
Maybe like a Rise of Skywalker. That's like,
nah, I don't need it. I don't need to.
Okay,
I don't need anything for that movie.
Speaking of Disney stuff, Tom Hanks is in talks to play Geppetto. Sorry, Katie, were you going to add something?
I was. You can cut it out, though. I was just going to say a DLC to Star Wars where Finn actually gets a plot line.
Yeah, the Finn cut.
The Finn cut. Where
they've done that. That was the X-Men had the Rogue cut, where the literal cut was just Rogue's in this.
Yep.
And it was like, all right, fuck you too, X-Men. So yeah, they have a Finn cut where Finn has stuff to do.
Yeah, actually, finishes the plot line they set up for him.
Yeah.
Boy, that would be something.
Yeah. I'd pay $30 for that.
You know what they're going to do? They're going to make like a Clone Wars cartoon where then people will gravitate and be like, "There's your Finn." That's what they're going to do.
I know.
So as I was saying, Tom Hanks is in talks to play Geppetto, and Disney's Pinocchio. I don't know why they're bothering. Roberto Benigni just put out a Pinocchio where he plays Geppetto that looks absolutely horrifying if you've seen the trailer.
Yeah.
And this is not the 2002 one where he played Pinocchio. Which looked absolutely horrifying as well.
I mean, the original Pokio... What? The original...
You're so upset with yourself.
The original Pinocchio was the actual story, the fairy tale was horrifying.
Right.
So like he kills Jiminy Cricket, which is a
right,
symbol of him killing his conscience, and I think he gets burned to death.
Sure.
I mean, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you do
Little
with
wooden bastard.
Have you not seen Annabelle? Like that's what happens.
Right. Haunted dolls. Yeah. We're supposed to feel sorry for this haunted dolls.
No.
No, never.
No.
I refuse.
We've been taught haunted dolls are bad, and but this one can dance and sing. No, you can't fool me.
Yep. Everybody listening, Google Pinocchio 2019 Roberto Benigni and just see what Pinocchio looks like in that one.
I'm
and tell me you don't want to light that doll on fire immediately. Like that's all man. I want to do.
So yeah,
it's like seeing a nest of spiders. You just want to
in the rough shape of like an Eastern European boy from I don't know 1700s or whenever the hell Pinocchio was written. I don't give a shit.
I like that. Yeah, it's kind of got the black hole sun.
With the eyes too big.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, shit. I guess this is my way of saying I don't care about this Disney one, because like it can't be any more horrifying than those other ones, and that's why we watch these.
And I don't want it to be less horrifying.
Well, that's the thing is we don't watch Pinocchio movies.
That's a good point.
Like who the fuck wants a Pinocchio movie?
I watch it I watch it for the little kitty though, the little goldfish and the kitty. They're pretty cute.
Oh, that little kitty, yeah.
That little kitty. Yeah. What's his name?
Yeah.
I don't remember what the cat's name is.
Cat?
The fish has a name too, and I can't remember what that is.
Are they Geppetto's animals?
Yeah,
yes, they're
Figaro
Geppetto's
is
pets.
the cat.
Of course Geppetto named the cat Figaro. Come on, Geppetto.
Get your shit together, Geppetto. This is why you never had any kids.
The fish's
you're
name
hanging
is
around.
Cleo.
Cleo, that sounds right.
Cleo.
And she's a sexy fish. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sexy.
That's a sexy fish. I remember that.
Remember the fish from Fantasia? They're also super, super hot. Like really sexy.
Fantasia is a wicked horny movie
so horny.
Overall.
They got horses that are horny. The fish.
The horse fucking.
Super horny.
Or
horny flowers.
Yep. There's
horny hibiscus.
I know there's racist plants.
Yeah, there's
racist.
There's
plants.
racist stuff, of course. Like the movie is riddled with racism. They cut out some of it. They left in a lot of it. But yeah, there are hibiscuses that just like grind on each other.
Yeah, the whole plot line where the horse people pair up to fuck.
A fairy fucks a flower in it. I'm not like little like winged fairies like go around like just jamming them.
Flowers.
They fuck the flowers. Yeah.
It's a super horny
rubbing up against
movie,
stamens
for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cleo was a stone cold hottie.
Yeah. Hot fish.
Hot fish.
That's one hot ass fish.
That's the original hot fish. Move over, Shape of Water.
So hopefully there's a hot fish in this version of Pinocchio.
That's what's gonna get my butt in the seat is if there's a hot fish. I want a sensual fish with those come hither eyes.
Yep. That's what I want to see on the poster.
Voluptuous gills. I want that caudal fin to be like big and flowy.
Just turgid.
Yeah. Turgid fin.
Turgid fin.
Yeah.
This
is great.
That's the name. That's incidentally that's the name of the DLC.
Turgid fin.
Fin cut.
Yeah.
It's turgid fin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'll watch if there's a horny Pinocchio. I'll pay fucking $50 on whatever Disney Plus is.
Yeah,
in
Tom Hanks.
Whatever years from now.
We know you're listening, Tom Hanks. You and Frankie Muniz sitting together.
You're gathered together
around listening. Yeah, we won't watch it unless the fish is sensual and hot and knows it. The fish has to know it too.
Fish has to know it.
Yeah.
Final bit of news is that Viacom is trying for more South Park movies.
What's interesting about this is like plural. too. Just like not just one, not just like squirt out one more of those bad boys, but like no, we want we want a whole load of South Park movies, please.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they do. There's no indication that they're actually going to make any.
Right.
It's a weird story to me because I don't think like South Park. I don't think is like the thing the kids are all about anymore.
No.
Like it's not that the show isn't being watched. It's just that it's not the new hotness.
No, the new hotness is Rick and Morty. Like that's sort of the edgy. And I don't say this in like I like Rick and Morty too, but that's kind of the
I like Rick and Morty.
The new sort of like edgy animation that all the kids love. They go nuts over Pickle Rick. You do a Pickle Rick movie, you know, it's like everybody loves that whole thing, the whole conceit of a Rick on a pickle. They like the rhyming scheme. They like the, you know?
Yeah, just make a Pickle Rick movie.
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why we need more South Park movies. I mean, I remember I haven't watched the South Park movie in a while. I'm sure it's very dated.
Yeah.
But I remember being a teenager and fucking cry laughing at that.
Yeah, it's so
shit.
funny. It's these little boys, and they have these dirty little potty mouths. They say such naughty things. It's really funny.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's a hoot and a holler.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we need more movies, though.
I don't know. I mean, if they want to make more movies, I'm not going to stop them.
Yeah, I guess put them on HBO Max or something. But you're right. You're right, Tom. I'm not going to stop them.
No.
The only thing I want to stop is that Ren and Stimpy thing.
Oh my god!
Because isn't that guy like a?
No, he's
not involved. He is not involved.
But still,
okay.
I follow good
still,
number of like artists and animators on Twitter, and like the general consensus is like, why are we like banking on some like weird, probably non-existent nostalgia for this weird show made by a monster person? And like look, you can still like I think you can definitely separate art from the person. You can separate the art of like a farting and shitting cat and chihuahua from the horrible and to be clear, this guy I don't even remember his name, but the guy who made Ren and Stimpy, he like groomed underage girls and molested them, and so like
John Kricfalusi, I think is his name.
Yeah. Or John K, I think is
John
like
K, yeah.
But like, yeah, so I don't know, why not just something new? There's plenty of good ideas for animations. You could even do one that has like a similar art style or conceit or something, but I just don't think we need it. I don't think there's enough nostalgia. Yeah. I think it's going to be like the Full House thing. Yeah. Like I think they're ending that show now with Fuller House. I think they eked out 3 seasons. I'm not sure. House? I don't think so. But like the first season, I think most of America, not me, I didn't watch any of it, but I think most of America watched like the first 3 episodes and was like, then like just fucking stopped. It's like just out of the nostalgia, people will watch like the first episode, maybe the first like half of the first episode, and then you're like, oh, okay, that's how this is now, I guess. Right. That said, like the X-Files revival, there's freaks like me watching the shit out of that. Right. Mm-hmm. So like, there's got to be like, well, there was I don't know, maybe there's enough of a fandom. Yeah, there was Ren and Stimpy is hot. There was a Rocko's Modern Life reboot done by the original creators of Rocko's Modern Life, and I thought that was like, it's definitely one of those things where like I watched these shows as a kid, and it's like I really enjoyed them as a kid. Of course, all the sex jokes went over my head as a kid, but yeah, it was like I watched it. It's like it's pretty fun reboot, and as far as I know, the person who creates that show is not a monster. It seems like a pretty cool guy, so yeah, that's fine. That's good. But it's just like, I don't know. My patience is wearing thin for like trying to like voice these like weird old shows on people. Like, remember this? Remember the one about like the? Look, I actually like. I know a lot of people are like, man, that show was like super weird and disturbing, and I actually liked it as a kid. I thought it was really funny to watch like Chihuahua like poop his pants and like get his eyeballs ripped out and stuff. Sure. Sure. But like, it's not necessary to. I mean, especially in light of the fact that the guy who made it is a total monster. Like, why we don't need it. We just don't.
We don't need these random cartoons. No. They should get busy. They should use that energy to bring back Aeon Flux.
Yes.
That's what they got to do, is bring back Aeon Flux.
That's where the real money's waiting to be made.
Exactly.
You're gonna laugh, but the reason I've been slowly dying physically is that the oven was still on. So it's just
what was still on?
The oven. So it's been getting incrementally hotter and hotter, and I haven't noticed.
Oh no!
And I've just been like, boy, it's hot, and feel like I'm sweating abnormally, And then I was like, well, I guess there's nothing I can do about this situation. The oven just like growling in the background. Sorry,
I think
guys.
I'm leaving that in.
Perfect.
I'm leaving that in.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Everyone knows now.
Yeah,
that
you left your oven on.
Yeah,
I've left a burner on, and that's one of the worst feelings in the world.
The worst though is like not leaving the gas on, but not the burner.
And then you're gonna die.
Yeah,
then.
I have.
But it'll be cool when you.
I have like clinical OCD, and I had a roommate who left the gas on the stove once, but not the burner, and that legit has triggered. Like she did it twice, and it's like triggered like years long. Me just stare. Like I will literally just stare at our stove.
I do it
before
too.
we go to bed.
I do the
just like staring at it, like don't you turn on. Don't you do it.
I check like the coffee maker, all that
Everything's
shit.
getting unplugged just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just rip the stove out of the wall.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Toss it out the window. Don't need you until tomorrow. Out you go.
That's it for news stories.
It is, yeah.
We got some more people to thank. People like Ozzy.
Oh, thank you, Ozzy.
Thank you, Ozzy. Thank you to Tom Quasi Dangerous Levels of Hype K.
Woo!
Thank you. Thank you to AJ.
Thank you.
Thank you to Sweet Meat.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you to Tip
Oh,
Drizzle.
come on. Gross, but thank you.
Yeah. Thank you to Frankly Amish.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tom. You do.
Thank you to Mrs. Voidus.
Thank you.
Thanks to the ghost of Dave Thomas.
Thank you.
Thank you to Aaron Burser.
Solid.
Yeah, solid.
Thank you.
Aaron Burr. Always a pleasure.
Thank you to David Knife Boot Hinson,
Knife
MBA,
Boot.
CPA.
My cat just meowed because I yelled
nice.
Knife Boot.
Aw.
She knows what the score is.
That's her code word.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Kitten, it's okay.
Aw, kitty.
She didn't just start. I'm sorry. I have to stop this for a second. She didn't just. She was sleeping. I yelled Knife Boot. She woke up and didn't just meow once, and she started looking around the room and meowing at the room, like angrily.
Yeah.
She's scared of
I'm
knife
sorry,
boots
Kat.
now.
What woke me up?
Yeah.
Try like yelling at someone who's napping and you say knife boot. You got to be on high alert after that. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're going to be on edge. Katie, do you want to take the last couple?
Yeah.
Sure. Christopher Robert Sparts, Esquire.
Woo.
Thank you.
Mackenzie, righteous hand of the lizard people, chill.
Woo.
Thank you.
Funky J.
Thank you, Funky.
J.
Pie guy.
Thank you, Pie Guy. Thank you all.
Oh man, we cherish you all. Dave.
What?
Dave, we've reached.
What? What is it?
We're nearing the end of our time together. But before we can all say goodbye,
What?
I've got to ask you: do you have a movie that deserves more hype?
I do.
Oh no!
Ah.
Thought that you might.
I'm so shocked. I can't breathe.
Yeah.
It sneaks up on you every time.
This really. I'm gonna click on the trailer and see how many views it got, because it doesn't seem like people are talking about this trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Vertical Entertainment, the official trailer only has 3,000. It's called The 24th. It's coming out on VOD this month on the 21st. It should have come out on the 24th, but whatever. This is the writer-director named Kevin Wilmot. Mm-hmm. He wrote Several Spike Lee films, Da 5 Bloods and Black Klansman, I believe.
Oh, cool.
And this is about in World War I about the what is it called the Houston riot of 1917. And it's about the all-black 24th United States Infantry in Jim Crow era Houston, who, if you've looked this event up, things get not great. They started a mutiny because the police were racist to them.
This feels very
and
relevant.
It looks very compelling.
Yeah.
It looks... spoilers for history. This resulted in the largest murder trial in American history. I think 13 men were put on trial for this, for basically kind of standing up to the cops.
Right.
It's way more than that. 13 soldiers were hung.
Oh God.
Okay.
41 men were given life sentences.
Yeah, it's probably a hard watch.
Yeah.
But I mean
that's
really
that's
good.
U.S. history. It's a hard watch.
It's a hard watch.
Yeah,
I would
that's
say.
the entirety of U.S. history.
Yeah, it looks really good though.
Yeah, and I had,
and it's one of those things that I didn't know about.
Right. That was
ignorant.
about to say that I'd never heard of this. And it's not just that we're ignorant.
Our
it's just
education
they don't
system does not cover this stuff. Like,
exactly. They don't teach us this shit.
That's not like an excuse. Like, we should be then seeking out this information and seeking out this education. But yeah, it's definitely like, I don't think I learned about the Tuskegee medical abuse of syphilis patients until like college. And I think a lot of people may not even have heard about that, where we basically, without their consent, used black men who were at the Tuskegee Veterans Hospital and experimented on them and did not give them syphilis drugs, and just basically it's like told them we were giving them syphilis drugs, which we had like a treatment for syphilis at the time, but instead we did these weird experiments just to see like, hey, what happens if we just fucking let people die because we don't care about them because we're, murderous racists.
Right. Yeah. So in that regard, it looks very interesting just because it's something that I didn't know much about. It also just, I don't know, it looks well done. It looks like very dramatic, very well shot, and like just very interesting. I want to see how it all plays out. Also, Thomas Hayden Church is there.
He is, yeah. He sure is. Lowell from Wings.
It took me a second. Why didn't he just turn into sand?
I don't know.
In the trailer.
He could have. He could have
turned into sand at any time. That
might have been more helpful.
Yeah, for sure. If he turned into a cloud of sand and flew around for a while, it just flew off at the end, really unceremoniously, like with his arc not really completed.
Yep, just floats
flies away,
like
and
Mary
everybody's
Poppins.
Like, right. People are like, should we do anything about the giant cloud of sand person?
No, it's fine.
And they're like, no, it's cool. We don't know what to do with him. But yeah, the 24th. Check out the trailer.
Yeah.
And yeah, it comes out this month. It's just sneaking out there. Fucking from
should get more press. I think it's really, really relevant and also just really important to learn more about our horrible history.
Yeah. Also, Kevin Wilmot has directed a good amount of things, but I don't think I've seen them. But of his writing, Black Klansman is fucking terrific.
Well, and Da 5 Bloods is.
So I'm Da 5 Bloods I still haven't seen yet, but you said,
really?
Tom, that it was quite good.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I need to watch it.
You need to watch it.
I haven't had time to watch things for pleasure. Yeah, I need to watch it. I love Spike Lee movies. So like it's yeah. it's about time. So yeah, I don't know. Check out the trailer. Is my point.
Yeah.
Oh, I do want to say I was kind of reading a bit of Wikipedia on the Tuskegee thing. I'm not sure it's the Tuskegee Veterans Hospital. It was at Tuskegee, but I think it may have been. It was just like the Tuskegee University and then a few hospitals. So just don't want to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's also something, if you don't know about it, it's really
Google it.
Really disturbing, but again, extremely important to see, the history of racism and cruelty. Not just like
some real fucked up shit.
Not just to like, be sad, but to be informed about like how our institutions were formed early on in terrible ways.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How relatively recent a lot of this shit is too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, on that note.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Fucking bummer ass ending. That's a sode.
We could talk about fart
I don't
guns.
know. What, you blaming me?
No,
you're blaming me?
No, because this is you should have brought this. It's just like
I didn't make this
I'm not
movie.
hearing you.
No.
I don't know. Take heart, and it takes place in 1917, which is when several Sherlock actors were ordering around that guy to run around.
And making him just run a marathon.
Yeah.
Making him run a 5K to meet Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, he's got to send a message to Benedict Cumberbatch. It's very important. So like that's, I don't know, that happens the same time as this.
Yes, it does.
Sorry, guys. I just lost connection.
Oh no!
It's okay. We
were talking about the movie 1917.
It's fine. It's all fine. You're here. You're here in
I
time
missed,
to
the last hour and 30 minutes of talking. I hope that's not a problem. I've just been talking the whole time.
Yeah.
No, it's totally fine. No,
it's
it's totally fine. You're here just in time
talking
to
about fart guns.
You're here just in time to plug your stuff.
Oh, okay, great. That's all that's all I needed to
Fart
do this whole
guns.
time. So you can visit my website to purchase your very own fart gun. www.fartgunmania.com. Don't visit that website. It's probably porn.
I'm doing it right now, Katie.
Fart gun mania. Make sure to include mania in it. Is the domain available?
No, it's available. So someone pick up fartgunmania.com. I'm going to try .net.
Yeah. Put some fart guns
.gov.
on
I'll
there.
do .gov.
Oh, nice. .geocities.
No, nothing there.
Well,
yeah, Fart Gun Mania is free and clear.
Somebody pick that up and please be responsible and put actual fart guns on it. Like sort of fart. It could be a fart ray, a fart machine, but don't be gross about it. Anyways,
don't be gross.
Don't be gross. So, I have my own podcast. It's called Creature Feature on iHeartRadio. It is a podcast where I talk about animals and all the crazy behaviors they do. I mean, sometimes I talk about animal farts, not gonna lie. But, so it's just like animal and human behavior. So yeah, it's a good time.
I'm excited about the new one. I saw Cody and Katie are guests on this one.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a fun time. And also, you can find me on Twitter at Katie Goldin. That's KatieGoldin. And I tweet sometimes. If you're interested in that, if you want to dip a toe in that whole situation over there at Twitter, Jesus, don't do it, people.
Or don't.
Yeah. Oh, and me and Dave, we write for some more news sometimes. Occasionally.
Yeah. We dabble.
Yeah.
Dabble in some news, some more news. Yeah. Right.
Dave, why don't you tell them what we've got going on?
Yeah, I guess I can. We have a Patreon. Patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's where the producers' shout-outs came from. We have exclusive podcasts there, like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman and Fox Mulder is a Maniac. We have Friday nights where you can watch movies with us. That's tonight.
Woo!
Tom, did we have... we're going to probably watch The Deep Blue Seas tonight.
Yeah.
But it's Thursday, not Friday.
And by The Deep Blue Seas, I mean 1 and 3.
Yes.
The good ones.
Yes. We also have a store, tpublic.com/store/gamefully unemployed. You can check out t-shirts, mugs, stickers, masks. I don't know, whatever you want or don't. I don't care. You live your life.
I think you care a little bit.
I don't get to tell you what to do.
And look out for our new website. Was it Fartgun?
Fartgun Mania.
Fartgun Mania.
Fartgunmania.com.
We're selling.
You'll get all your
We're selling
news.
children's spy gear to aged spies.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, that's more than enough. Say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye. Our music is produced by Chris Corlew. You can follow him on Twitter at @thecorlew, Corlew, and find more music at shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our artwork is produced by Justin Brown. You can follow him on Twitter at @JustinTBrown, and find more of his artwork at artnessbyjustinbrown.com and justinbrown.info.